In the land where the sun forgets to rise for days and the night glows with curtains of green fire, there lived a fox whose fur was the color of untouched snow. Her name was Aava. She was small and light, barely leaving a mark on the snow she crossed. But within her lived a storm of thoughts, swifter and wilder than any blizzard. Aava was born under a sky so cold it cracked like glass. Her mother, a sleek shadow of a fox, taught her how to move without being seen, how to smell danger in the wind, and how to vanish before fear could find her. Aava learned quickly. She could run without sound, hide without stillness, and listen without ears. But what no one taught her was how to stop running. Because even when the danger passed, even when her belly was full and the skies were calm, Aava kept moving. She told herself it was instinct, that the wind would laugh at her if she stayed too long, that roots were for trees, not for foxes. And so she wandered, from glacier to glacier, from dusk to dawn. She spoke to no one. She trusted no one. She kept her heart in a hidden pocket of silence. Until one moonlit morning, she saw a tiny figure walking alone across the white. A bear cub, barely more than a puff of fur, looking up at the sky instead of down at his feet. Aava watched him from behind a snowdrift. Foolish, she thought, soft and foolish. But when the cub stumbled and got back up, again and again, she found herself stepping forward. "Where are you going, little bear?" she asked. And the cub, whose name was Lumi, said, "To find where the ice ends and the world begins." Something in his answer unsettled her. She tilted her head. She could have laughed. She almost did. But instead, she said, "Then let me walk with you for a while." And that was the beginning. They walked together for many sunless hours. Aava, light-footed and sharp-eyed. Lumi, clumsy but sincere. She taught him to hear the whispers in snow. He taught her how to stop and simply be. For the first time, Aava didn't feel like she had to run. And that scared her more than any wolf. When they reached the great crevasse, she stopped. Her paws curled over the edge. "I don't go beyond this point," she said. "It's not my path." The cub looked at her with eyes like the inside of a glacier, deep, clear, full of questions. Aava felt a strange tug inside her chest. She turned and left. She ran faster than she had in months, but something followed her. Not Lumi, not his paw prints, something quieter. Regret. For the first time in her life, the snow beneath her didn't welcome her silence. It asked, "Why are you running now?" And she had no answer. She stopped. She waited. And then, for the first time, she turned back. Lumi was gone, far beyond the ice. But the path they had shared lingered. Aava found herself returning to the places they had passed. Not to chase him, but to remember. And with each step, she felt her fear begin to melt like frost in morning light. She sat under the stars she used to run from. She curled into the snowbanks she used to flee. She listened, not for danger, but for herself. And in the stillness, something new was born. Not roots, but rhythm. A rhythm of coming and going, of pausing and pacing, of trusting and waiting. She began helping other wanderers. A lost snowy owl, a limping caribou, a silent wolverine. Aava taught them what she knew and let them teach her what she never dared to learn. And when Lumi returned seasons later, taller, wiser, with stories shining in his eyes, he found Aava waiting. Not to follow, not to flee, but to greet him as one who had found her own path. They did not speak. They simply sat side by side as the aurora painted the sky with green fire. Two creatures of snow, silence and courage. And the moral of Aava's story is this: speed can protect you, but only stillness can reveal you. The bravest heart is not the one that runs, but the one that chooses when to stop.